The air in that god-forsaken, fog-drenched village of Bellewstown didn't just feel cold. It felt heavy, like it was pressing against the skin with the ultimate, suffocating weight of 1,000 secrets buried deep in the ancient Irish mud. It was June 26th, 1975, and while the rowdy, sweat-soaked crowd at the local racecourse was busy losing their minds over the primal, iron-like scent of horseflesh and the addictive, dangerous lure of easy money, Barney Curley was nowhere to be seen. Lurking like a silent ghost in the thick, thorny bushes surrounding the track, peering through high-powered binoculars with eyes that had seen far too much for one lifetime, Barney wasn't just some lucky gambler looking for a quick payday. He was a man forged in the literal, brutal fires of cold-blooded deception. Having learned the dark, gritty arts of the trade from his own father, Charlie Curley, a man who wouldn't hesitate for a single second to drug a slow, pathetic greyhound just to tip the scales in his favor, Barney took those twisted early lessons to heart, and at just 15 years old, he played his first brutal masterstroke by feeding the magic medicated meat to a completely different dog. Watching his own father, S. Fortune, vanish into the dirt while he pocketed his first few pounds in the cold, flickering shadows. But the gambling life is a cruel, heartless mistress. And by 16, a devastating loss involving a dog. With a snapped spine left his entire family drowning in a suffocating sea of debt, forcing Barney into the grueling, soul-crushing life of a factory laborer, sweating away 18 long months of his youth just to pay back the vultures known as bookies. These hard years didn't break his spirit. They sharpened it into a jagged blade, turning him into a professional predator who saw every rule in the book as a mere suggestion and every tiny crack in the system as an open door to a kingdom. By the time 1975 rolled around, Barney was backed into a dark corner, buried under 12,000 pounds of crushing debt, and he knew with absolute certainty he had to go big or vanish into the void forever. So he began the slow, agonizingly meticulous process of building a phantom. He tracked down a horse with a record so pathetic it was practically a joke, Yellow Sam, named after his father, S' old nickname, and spent months deliberately sabotaging the animal's public reputation by racing it on the completely wrong ground and in the worst possible conditions until its official rating hit rock bottom. To the unsuspecting world, Yellow Sam was a total loser, a 20-to-1 long shot that nobody in their right mind would ever touch. But Barney knew a secret that felt like a hidden ace pressed against his palm. Yellow Sam was a beast on hard ground, and the upcoming national race at Bellewstown was the perfect stage because the entire track relied on a single, solitary, rusted public phone booth for every single piece of external communication. As the gray, ominous race day dawned, Barney's private, loyal army of 300 trusted associates moved into secret positions across every corner of the island, each clutching a brown envelope stuffed with cold, hard cash, waiting for a silent signal to flood the betting shops like a tidal wave. Meanwhile, back at the track, Barney's most loyal friend, a man named Benny, stepped into that lone, creaky phone booth exactly 25 minutes before the gates opened, clutching the receiver and fake sobbing about a dying aunt in a performance that would have won an Oscar, occupying the only line to the outside world so no one, absolutely no one, could call out to change the odds. The tension in the stagnant air was thick enough to cut with a rusty knife, as the panicked bookies tried to pry the phone from Benny S.'s trembling hand. But he just cried harder, whispering frantic nonsense about his aunt as final moments while the betting shops miles away were being hit with a massive, coordinated strike of bets on the worthless Yellow Sam. Because the phone line was totally blocked by Benny's fake grief, the track managers couldn't slash the 20-to-1 odds, and the bookies on the ground remained blissfully, dangerously unaware of the financial execution that was about to take place right in front of them. When the gates finally swung open with a metallic crash, Yellow Sam didn't just run, he flew, fueled by a hidden, explosive power and the perfect hard surface, clearing 13 hurdles with the grace of a nightmare and leaving the favorite Silver Road, eating his dust to win by a staggering, impossible 2.5 lengths. The aftermath was pure, unadulterated chaos as the realization set in that Barney had legally fleeced the entire industry for over $3 million in today's money, eventually forcing the fuming bookies to pay out the debt in 108 heavy, bulging sacks filled with £1 notes. Barney Curley walked away a legend, a man who never broke a single law, but proved that if you truly understand the silence of a room, You own every single person in it, spending the rest of his 81 years as a Robin Hood who looted the system just to fund massive charities for the poor. He left this world on May 23rd, 2021, but in the quiet, eerie corners of Bellewstown, they still say that if you listen closely to the howling wind, you can almost hear the ghostly, rhythmic thud of Yellow Sam S. hooves and the chilling sound of a phone line clicking shut forever.